Here's the deal. Today we're diving into the weird world of Halloween costumes, available on Temu. With Halloween just around the corner, it's the perfect time to find out if these costumes are worth your money. We'll be rating them on 4 criteria: looks, practicality, value, and comfort, on a scale from 1 to 5. Okay, let's get started shopping like a ghoulianaire. First up, we're hungry to learn more about this burger attire. Temu describes it as one-piece adult hamburger and fries cosplay costume, perfect for Halloween, masquerade parties, and stage performances. Hamburger and fries? Do you see fries anywhere? Looks. At first glance, it's very impressive. The colors are vibrant and the details are on point. It definitely would stand out in a crowded Instagram photo. However, not so much on an Insta reel. Looking closely, it appears this is nothing more than a giant flat photo of a hamburger, meaning the minute you stand sideways, the illusion is gone. This is really nothing more than a sandwich board you'd see someone wearing outside a mom and pop burger joint. We're going to give this a 3 out of 5. Practicality. How easy is it to wear? It looks pretty simple, but on closer inspection, you can see she's holding it up. So does that mean it doesn't even have shoulder straps? None of the photos indicate it does. Also, how would you move your arms to grab a drink or a hors d'oeuvre? Another thing to consider is how this is going to be shipped. Chances are it's going to be folded up, leaving unsightly crease marks everywhere. Or if by some miracle they ship it flat, it's likely going to be so banged up and bent in transport that it would most likely be unwearable. From a practicality standpoint, we're giving this a 1 out of 5. Value. Okay, let's get real. $28.97 isn't an outrageous price, but considering you'll most likely only get one night's use out of this, it may not be the best buy. Also, you have to wonder why they thought the original price was worth a horrific $172.76. For value, we're giving this a 2 out of 5. Comfort. Comfort is key, especially if you're going to be in a costume all night, but we'd be hard-pressed to say in it, as it appears more likely you'll be holding it all night long. Sure, it would be comfortable, but that's only when you put it down in order to have a seat, drink, or eat, rendering you totally costumeless. If you tried to sit wearing this, the real Halloween horror would be when you're decapitated by your own costume. Oddly too, it says one size fits all, yet they include a size chart. On a scale from 1 to 5, we're giving this a 1 out of 5. So is this a trick or a treat of a costume? Overall, we're giving this big burger a 7 out of 20. It would be great for still pictures, but other than that, it leaves us flat. So it's no treat, so we rate it an overall trick. Up next, we go from burger to burglar. Let's see how it fares. Temu describes it as 6-piece robber costume set. Include fake dollars, canvas $ money bags, eye mask, knit beanie cap, gloves for adult Halloween cosplay burger theme party world booking day. Before we go further, something to be aware of. The only review for this states, disguise does not come, or at least the one that came to me, with fake money, as indicated. The set only comes with a bag, mask, gloves, and a hat. Bag is thick, looks good. The mask has a slightly short string. A pity that it arrived incomplete. It would have been great if the costume included a striped t-shirt for full cosplay. What? You pay that kind of money and it doesn't come with 24 karat gold coins? What a rip! Speaking of coins, you have to love the way they keep letting you know in the ad that it's fake money. As well, it indicates that it comes with 6 pieces, so we can see how someone would think that includes the t-shirt, but they're actually counting the gloves as 2 pieces. Maybe taking this thief theme a little far. Looks. Okay, this doesn't look like it's going to win any best costume awards, unless you're the only one who showed up in a costume, but it does look like a lot of fun, and it gives the impression that you put some effort into getting in the spirit. You're going to have to supply your own shirt, but a simple black t-shirt or anything black will do the trick. We're giving this 4 out of 5 for aesthetics. Practicality. From a practicality standpoint, we have to give this one high marks. There's no messy makeup needed, and you probably already have something in your closet that you can use to add to this. The costume is so easy to put on that you could probably do it while sitting at a red light on the way to the party. As well, the hat and gloves may come in handy if you need to step out of the party for a breather on a cold October night. And another plus is you can store your costume in the money bag at the end of the night. For practicality, we're giving this a 5 out of 5. Value. Priced at $17.48, we'd say this is a fairly good value. However, if it doesn't arrive with all the pieces, we'd have to knock it down a notch. So on a scale from 1 to 5, we give it a 4. Comfort. When it comes to comfort, you'll play a big part in creating the level. You could probably get away with a dark tracksuit or sweats, so this could be extremely comfortable. The only issue may be getting too hot with the hat and gloves. So for comfort, we're going to give this a 4 out of 5. There you have it. The robber costume is a real steal with 17 out of 20. So is this robber costume a trick or a treat? It's definitely a treat. Up next, let's come clean on this bathtub costume. Temu inaccurately describes it as inflatable bathtub costume, unique half-body cartoon doll outfit for Halloween, Christmas, Carnival, LARP, party, and stage performance, photography, prop, irresistibly adorable, humorously designed, and perfect as a gift. Looks. Okay, this one gets high marks for aesthetics, except for one not so small thing. Did they really have to put the vent hole there? Not going to say what it looks like, but if someone shows up at the party dressed as Preparation H, they may be your best friend for the night. For looks, on a scale from 1 to 5, we're giving this a 4. Practicality. In terms of practicality, this costume is all washed up. First, you've got to contend with the whole fan and battery pack thing. What happens when the batteries conk out? And any costume that has a 9-step installation guide cannot be considered practical. Aside from that, from a design perspective, this thing can't work. Notice how the fellow is holding on to the sides? Our guess is the front of the tub is going to be sagging to the floor in no time. Another big factor, how do you go to the bathroom in this? It's not as though this is a real bathtub. Ooh, did I just say that? For practicality, we're giving this a 1 out of 5. Value. The price isn't going to soak you at $38.48. Even the original $80.06 isn't too bad for something like this. But considering you may get about an hour's worth of use from it before you realize this is going to really limit the fun you have at a party, it's too high a price to pay. We're giving it a 2 out of 5 for value. Comfort. Comfort-wise, this thing is a wash. As pointed out, he has to hold on to it to keep it from sagging, so his fingers are going to get pretty stiff. In order to eat or drink, he's going to have to at least let one side go, creating an awkwardly lopsided illusion. Also, how do you sit in this thing? The only thing we can think of would be to have a small stool that someone would have to put in place for you. Otherwise, you'll be standing all night. For comfort, we give this a 1 out of 5. So out of all possible points, the bathtub costume comes in at an all-wet 8 out of 20, rendering this costume a trick. Up next, spread your wings and fly with this beautiful butterfly costume. Temu describes it as 3-piece adult butterfly costume accessory set, party role play fairy wings with mask and antenna headband, colorful polyester fiber shawl for Halloween costume dress-up party accessories. Looks. Why are we getting a Stevie Nicks vibe on this one? Obviously the looks of this are quite eye-catching. The vivid colors will stand out in any environment. And the mask and headpiece turn this into a legitimate costume. The only downside is it's too bad the inside isn't as vibrant as the outside. We give this a 4 out of 5 for aesthetics. Practicality. High marks here for practicality. Even though this particular version doesn't show how the wings loop onto the fingers, this example shows how easy it is. And the mask and headset can be put on in seconds. Not only that, but it may also help keep you warm if you catch a chill. As an added bonus, you'll probably be asked to dance to every Fleetwood Mac song played at the party. We're going to give this a 4 out of 5 for practicality. Value. With a price tag of $20.48, it's a decent value. And for the free spirits out there, this could be worn year-round while making a definite fashion statement. We give this another 4 out of 5 for value. Comfort. This costume is all about comfort. Its open, non-constricting design allows ease of movement. Plus, if you get tired of being asked to dance all night, you can cocoon yourself away from the party. For comfort, we give this glorified shawl a 4 out of 5. So overall, this one brings in high marks with a 16 out of 20 and earns the title of treat. Okay, up next, when you're feeling like crap, the best remedy is a big pile of soft serve chocolate ice cream. Temu describes it as adult poop costume, polyester funny novelty outfit for tailgating, bachelor party, Halloween, one size fits most, battery-free operation, featherless. Looks. Poop. What, this isn't a pile of chocolate ice cream? Either way, for looks, because it doesn't look realistic but does look similar to a certain emoji, we'll give it a 4 out of 5. Practicality. In terms of practicality, this costume deserves high points. For one, it's fairly easy to put on, and the open arms and leg allow for free movement. Plus, the soft outer shell can act as armor against any wayward eggs that come your way. Not to mention, if you want to duck out of the party without actually leaving, you can just cuddle up inside and look like a big steaming pile of chocolate ice cream in the corner of the room. So for practicality, we give this a 4 out of 5. Value. At a cost of $19.78, we give this high marks for value. If you don't get hit by any of those wayward eggs, you'll be able to use this costume year after year. For value, we give it a 4 out of 5. Comfort. Comfort-wise, this costume looks like you'll have the freedom to move around, dance, sit, eat, drink, and ironically, use the restroom without any trouble. For those reasons, we're going to give this a 4 out of 5 for comfort. Who knew something like this could be so appealing? But it appears there are plenty of reasons why this makes a great costume. So it wipes the floor with a 16 out of 20 and gains status as a treat. Let's snap to it and check out this lobster costume. Temu describes it as lobster costume set with hat and oversized claw gloves, perfect for Halloween, Easter, and Christmas parties. Unique adult dress-up accessories. Looks. Yes, nothing says Christmas and Easter like a boiled to death crustacean. This costume is so basic we don't know where to begin. First, the headgear or the hat or whatever you want to call it doesn't match the style of the claws. While the claws are somewhat realistic and menacing, the head is cartoony and cutesy. It appears they're from two different kits. For aesthetics, we're going to give this a 1 out of 5. Practicality. From a practical standpoint, this is a great big fail. The claws would only be functional if you need to pinch someone, which may lead to you getting your face slapped, which in turn could cause the headgear to come flying off, which could poke someone in the eye, which in turn would become a lawsuit, which, let's just say, would mean no more lobster for you. So this costume also fails in terms of practicality. The only thing it has going for it in that regard is it's easy to put on and gratifyingly easy to get rid of. We're going to give this a 2 out of 5 for practicality. Value. With a price tag of $23.48, or more insulting, regularly priced at $34.99, this is way too much for something you could find in the dollar store clearance bin if the dollar store was stupid enough to stock something like this in the first place. For value, we don't see any, so this gets a 1 out of 5. Comfort. Comfort-wise, all we can say is try to hold a drink with these claws on. Or better, try to use the restroom. Enough said. For comfort, we give this 1 out of 5. We're not big fans of this lobster costume. The t-shirt she's wearing would be more accurate without a couple letters. The overall score on this one gets a 5 out of 20 and trick status. Okay, let's add some culture to this party with this Mona Lisa costume. Temu describes it as Renaissance art-inspired wearable art pieces, Mona Lisa and Scream costumes for adults, casual polyester fabric, machine washable, ideal for Halloween and party themes, unisex role-playing outfits. Looks. At first glance, this looks like a winner, and it is, for still pictures only. On second glance, you realize this is just a wearable carnival faceboard. It's also very one-dimensional, as you can see when the wearer turns their back to you, as they may after you insult their costume. What you're then going to see is something that looks like an unfrosted, over-toasted Pop-Tart. For looks, we give this a 2 out of 5. Practicality. In terms of practicality, this costume isn't a total write-off. It appears it would be easy enough to put on and take off, but may require some assistance. Leg movement for walking and dancing looks possible, but hand and arm movement does appear to be limited, so eating and drinking could be problematic. On a scale from 1 to 5, for practicality, we give this a 2. Value. With a regular price of $60.77, newsflash, we're not buying the actual Mona Lisa. The Temu special price of $24.97, while high, is not outrageous if you decide you can use this as a decoration on a wall of your funky apartment year-round. So for value, we'll give this a 3 out of 5. Comfort. Comfort-wise, the jury is out on this one. Well, it looks like sitting may not be an issue. In order for the costume to really work, you would need to hold your hands in the same position for extended periods. Rumor has it that's why Mona could barely crack a smile. For comfort, we give this a 3 out of 5. So is this masterpiece a trick or a treat? With a score of 10 out of 20, it's a bit of both, sort of like candy corn. And finally, we started with a burger, let's end it with a side of fries. Temu describes it as fun French fries character costume, creative play outfit with hood for boys and girls, polyester blend, semi-transparent, geometric design, perfect for Halloween and stage performances. Looks. This one gets high marks for having a 3-dimensional design. The only downside is the word potato written on the container. Our guess is something got lost in the translation, so we give this 3 out of 5 for aesthetics. Practicality. In terms of practicality, this costume appears to be fairly user-friendly. It may take some help getting on and off, but movement seems not too hindered. Walking, eating, drinking, and restroom breaks all seem doable. And like the poop costume, this one adds a bit of armor to thwart those evil tricksters. We give it a 4 out of 5. Value. With a price tag of $22.79, this is considered a good deal as it could be used year after year. The regular price of $84.99 seems a bit inflated, but hey, that's Temu. For value, we give this a 4 out of 5. Comfort. Comfort-wise, this appears to hit most of the marks. Even our model seems to be dancing. Sitting may be a bit of a challenge as it may stretch in the armholes, making it difficult to eat and drink while sitting. For comfort, we give it a 3 out of 5. So on an overall scale, the Fries costume comes in at 14 out of 20, making this costume a treat. So that's the deal with our Halloween costume ratings for Temu. No matter what you're looking for, there's something for everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more reviews, and let us know in the comments which costume you'd rock this Halloween. Okay, that's it. That's the deal. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic and safe Halloween. Bye!